All right, so we're going to move into the second part of our triangle similarity learning target, which is going to deal with writing ratios, identifying the correct sides, and then also writing similarity statements. Okay, so I'm going to be using the rating tool on this one, so hopefully everything is clear enough when we're done. All right, so here's a triangle that has two triangles that have all three sides identified. So when we're proving similarity or when we're checking sides to see if two triangles are similar, we need to look at the lengths of the sides. And so when we do that, we need to make sure that we're comparing the sides that actually correspond. And it can be difficult to do that based on just how something looks. So the easiest way to figure out which sides correspond is to actually identify the sides by the smallest sides, the two medium sides, and then the two longest sides. And what we encourage you to do is to actually label those on your diagram. I understand that this is going to be an added challenge when we're doing so much digitally, but if you are at all able to have a piece of paper and something to write with, in the very best scenario, you have a couple different colors that you can write with, that would be fantastic. And then it's just, we would suggest that you guys just kind of draw the diagrams and do the best you can. But this is how this would look. Okay, so I'm going to look at my left triangle first, and I'm going to look for the smallest side. Okay, and in this case, between 21, 15, and 10, 10 is my smallest side, and I'm just going to label that S. Then I'm going to go over to my right triangle, and I'm going to look for the smallest side on this one. And between 20, 25, and 35, 20 is my smallest side. So those are both S. Okay, then I'm going to look for the medium length side. So between 10, 15, and 21, 15 is the medium or the middle length. Between 25 and 35, this is going to be my medium length. Okay, and then finally, we have our longest sides. So on the left triangle, 21 would be my longest one, and 35 would be my longest one. Okay, now the reason why this is so helpful is that we're going to use those sides to write our triangle inequality statement. I'm sorry, our not triangle inequality, our triangle similarity statement. Okay, so I am going to put my triangle similarity statement right over here. And you guys have this in your Google Docs as well. But so I'm going to call this triangle. Now I can name my first triangle whatever I want. Okay, whatever order I choose to go in, I can label that first triangle. So let's just say, and I'm not going to get you guys in the habit of going alphabetically. So let's just say I call this one triangle CBA. Is similar to, okay, this is our similarity symbol, and then triangle. Now, whatever order I tried or I decided to name my first triangle in, that's the same order I have to name my second triangle. So if I went CBA, this is how I usually do it is I go, well, if I went from C to B to A, that was medium to small, and then large was my last side. So that means I go medium to small to large. So that would be DFE. Okay. So again, CBA went this way. It went from along the medium side up the small side, and then it would have ended with the long side. This one I have to do the same way. So again, along the medium side towards the small side, and then my longest side would be my last one. Okay, and that's how we're going to name that triangle after identifying the smallest, medium, and longest sides. So now we're going to shift over here and take a look at a triangle that only has angle measures. So when you're naming triangles that have angle measures, this becomes a lot easier because, once you can see it, sorry about that, because, well, this isn't going to work very well. Let's move this over here. Because you can just go in order of the letters, okay? So, sorry guys, this is becoming a bit of a pain. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to name my first triangle in whatever order I choose. And this is really becoming an issue. So let's say I decide to go LJK. Okay, we'll name that first one LJK. So triangle LJK. And once again, it doesn't matter at all what you choose to name your first triangle. Okay, so now I have my first one. So if I went from L to J to K, that means I went from 80 to 40 to 60. I need to use that same order in my second triangle. So I went 80 to 40 to 60, so I need to go 80 to 40 to 60. So QSR. Okay, so that would be my triangle similarity statement. Okay, now again, order matters when you're naming your triangles. It doesn't matter at all for the first triangle. You start that one however you want, but your second one needs to make sure that it is written in a corresponding order. Okay, and then finally, one last example here. So this one has to do with sides again. So I'm going to label my sides small, medium, and large again. Okay, so let's go with my smallest sides. On this one, I have 2, 3, and 4. So 2 would be my smallest one. Over here, 4, 6, and 8. 4 is my smallest one. My medium lengths over here, 3 is the middle length or the medium. Over here, 6 is my medium. And then my longest side is 4 over here and 8 over here. And just so you're aware, I intentionally did not match the sides up in what the way they would look like they match up because I want you to get used to choosing them based on their numbered lengths, okay, not on how the triangles look, okay. So now that I have my small, medium, and sizes, my large sides identified, I'm going to go ahead and name my triangles. So for my top triangle, I just say, for example, I'm going to go small, medium, large. Okay, so Z, X, Y. Okay, so that's Z, X, Y. And then my second triangle, if I go Z, X, Y, so that was small, medium, large, then on this one I need to go small, medium, large. So that means I would go L, M, N. And now I have my triangle similarity statement that way. Now, when I'm naming my triangles, because you have the flexibility to choose the first order to be whatever you want, there's more than one way you can write correct triangle similarity statements. Okay, if I had chosen to go in order from X, Y, Z, okay, medium, large, small, if I went X, Y, Z, I would do medium, large, small in this one. So it'd be M, L, N, I'm sorry, M, N, L. Both of those are correct. It just depends on the order that you choose for your first triangle. Okay, so there's a couple examples with identifying your sides and labeling them small, medium, and large, and then also writing the corresponding triangle similarity statements.